This is James Kalm, and we're coming to you from the far west side of Chelsea, and we're going to visit an exhibition at Schroeder Romero by William Powhida called, I think, this is a work of fiction.
Does Caleb have to be fiction?
Let's take a look. What happened? Everybody's gone home already? It's over. Oh my God. We know we run on a prompt schedule here in Chelsea. Anyway, we're looking at the work of William Powhida. He's famous for his nasty lists. Here's we've got a little price guide, cost of materials, the object, labor, and number of hours, square feet of studio space, blah 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 blah. Auction price plus insanity. Wow. Yeah, here's a piece that we saw in the studio, but we feel we've got it finished. Let's see. I want to destroy the art market. Okay. As long as you can make money doing it, I guess it's alright. I like shoes, I like whores. If you can't buy sex, what's the point of having money? Okay.
You guys are the hookers, huh?
Not to do. And here's his Brooklyn allies. Case and Cole Major romantic. James Wagner, very hungered. We are partly responsible for encouraging William. We bought the first things he sold.
The one on the left sold? Yeah. Dear William, these are them. Yeah.
Somewhere in New York, yet another opening is getting underway. I hope we sell some work so we can get paid. Wow. This is not a work of fiction. This is pretty close to reality. Rich people suck. Okay. Jimmy the art dealer, aka the felon, swims through the opening like a shark. Okay. Times critic Sheldon Blowhard doesn't want to miss out on the next big thing, like Dash Snow. I've done it again, Jim. This is so unoriginal, it's completely new.
Collection bought 2. I never got aboard. Whitney bought 4.
Which ones did you buy?
He bought a lot of little panels. Actually,
what is it that attracted you to William's work in the first place?
It's Keen Pepper.
Keen Pepper, right? His pseudonym that he ran around and did the Brooklyn or the Williamsburg art crawls with.
We loved his criticism, and we didn't care what he said about us. All we said was just don't attack anyone physically, like meaning, you know, don't say, oh, they're ugly or fat or whatever, but you can say whatever you want about our shows. It doesn't matter. Finally then we said we have to know who you are. And he finally introduced himself. He said, "I'm Keen." We said,
And you'd been seeing him all this time and didn't realize that he was the one that was sneaking in and writing these things under a different name.
No idea. And then talking about all of the Brooklyn galleries and just cracked us up. And then he finally introduced himself, and then we said, "This is amazing. You know, what else do you do?"
We thought he did dot paintings.
I don't remember that part. We do dot painting. You'd have to ask Lisa on that one.
And why do you think that the work has kind of resonated? You know, he seems to be getting a lot of attention. People are sort of enjoying this. You know, I went over and I did an interview with him at the studio.
I think he's created this persona that has a voice for many people who don't have a voice, maybe. Seeing success among people their same age, astronomical success, and the art world is a strange place, and maybe a lot of people get caught up into it and don't realize how truly bizarre it is until they can step out of it and look back at it.
So he's making fun of all that, he's exposing it and sort of shoving it back in the art world.
But he's it's based in truth, and it's his version, his bad boy version of it.
That's great.
I mean, he would know too. He shows his work in Seattle. Stephen from Platform Gallery.
And people in Seattle are into it as well?
Oh yeah.
It's the only show that I've ever had that people stood in my gallery for 2 hours and read every word, or would come back on their lunch break.
Or have a little bit of OCD, compulsive list makers. He's a compulsive list maker, and sometimes then he's pairing it with images, and what's wrong with that? You know, it's like, he even says it in one of these pieces, like, "I like lists, like you do."
Well, thanks for the insights there, Joe.
as it were.
And Lisa. And Stephen. Thanks, folks. And we're back at the Schroeder Romero Gallery for the closing of William Powhida's This Is a Work of Fiction. And here's the artist. So,
as you can see, the gallery's wildly packed right now for the closing.
You said we've got about 45 minutes. Oh, we've got a client here. How did the show go?
It went well. You know, as evidenced by the red dots.
Oh, look at that, red dots.
Red dots. I know I'm going to have to make a new painting about this, but I'll change all the titles and make it even more ridiculous.
Why don't you tell us a little bit also about this piece over here, Bastard. I think that's one of the more popular pieces in the show.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is the sort of fictional character, William Powhida that I've created, that is sort of responsible for all the notes and lists. He's sort of a self-loathing egomaniac, bent on destroying the art world. And in this particular article, he's planning on trying to blow up the Miami Convention Center. The sort of
during the middle of Basel, Miami?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to, Ed Ruscha's, the LA Museum of Art is on
fire.
Just sort of wondering, well, what if that really happened? Because I like the idea, but what if the Miami Convention Center was on fire? And but one of the things that I hope that this work would make a little bit clear is that this is sort of a fictional character, and it's a composite based on some of my own experiences, but it's this guy's a bastard. He's really sort of awful, and it's the kind of monster that I don't want to ever become. And I think a lot of people, when they see this work, there's a certain group of people that just don't care for the humor and immediately assume that I'm this character.